Congress returns from its Thanksgiving break. On the agenda for this lame duck session, confirming the president's judicial nominees and funding the government. But pro-life Americans hoping to defund Planned Parenthood will be disappointed. Capitol Hill correspondent Jason Calvi has a preview. Good evening, Jason.
Good evening, Lauren. Congress must pass a spending bill to keep parts of the government open after December 7th. Lawmakers already funded the Department of Defense and Health through September 2019. That means Planned Parenthood is still entitled to federal funding until then.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell says the Senate has two goals before the end of the 115th session of Congress: to pass the Farm Bill and to fund the government. And in that spending bill, faithful Catholics had hoped pro-life lawmakers would finally make good on their promise to defund Planned Parenthood. But the minority leader has a warning.
If the government shuts down, it's on their back. Now, we want a couple of things. We want to make sure that the acting attorney general does not interfere with the Mueller investigation.
Criminal justice reform is not yet on the agenda, but many groups, including the U.S. bishops and the American Conservative Union, want to see action.
It's important because we believe in human dignity, right? We believe that every life has value, from birth to natural death.
David Safarian supports a bill called the First Step Act. It would give more flexibility for sentences of some nonviolent criminals.
And if they're going to be released, we want them to come out better than when they went into prison in the first place. That is the whole point behind the First Step Act. The First Step Act creates incentives so that inmates take the time and do the hard work to improve themselves.
But Senator Tom Cotton, Republican from Arkansas, says it would let criminals off the hook. Yesterday, Cotton tweeted, "Last year, 72,000 Americans died from drug overdoses. Why does the bill reduce the penalty for repeat fentanyl and heroin traffickers?"
The president says he will sign this bill if it arrives on his desk. But Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell is not promising a vote. Lauren, right now there are 181,000 federal inmates.
What main issues, Jason, are at stake in this spending bill?
The number one controversy is funding for the border wall, which we just heard in that interview with Alfonso. Congressional leaders, it's really unclear if they're going to be able to reach a compromise with the White House on that issue. And I just got an email from pro-life group Live Action, and they say they are working with several pro-life groups to ask the president to work with Congress to defund Planned Parenthood in this lame duck session of Congress.
Capitol Hill correspondent Jason Calvi. Thank you, Jason.